One day you will wake up, look in the mirror, and ask yourself one question that will hurt more than anything you've ever experienced. Where did all the time go? Not because you were lazy, not because you were stupid, but because your life disappeared in ways so small, you never noticed them. Think about that for a second. Nobody wakes up one morning and decides to waste their life. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly. One scroll, one excuse, one more episode, one more. I'll start tomorrow, then another, and another. Until one day, tomorrow has turned into 10 years. The scary part? Most people don't even realize it's happening. Right now, someone is celebrating their 18th birthday, believing they have all the time in the world. Someone else just turned 30, wondering why they still feel stuck. Someone is 50, looking back with regret. Different ages, different lives, but the exact same mistake. Because time doesn't disappear with noise, it disappears in silence. Nobody hears it leaving. Every morning feels ordinary. Every week feels normal. Every year feels too fast. And suddenly, life is no longer ahead of you. It's behind you. Here's something most people never think about. Your enemy isn't failure. It isn't bad luck. It isn't other people. Your biggest enemy is invisible comfort. Comfort doesn't attack you. It whispers. It can wait. You're tired. You deserve a break. You'll have more time tomorrow. Those words sound harmless. They're not, because every time you believe them, you trade a piece of your future for a few minutes of comfort. And the worst part? It feels completely normal. Imagine this. A man sits down after work. He tells himself he'll watch videos for 15 minutes. 15 minutes become an hour becomes 3. Tomorrow he promises he'll be productive. Tomorrow comes. The same thing happens again. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. Months become years. Nothing dramatic happened. No disaster, no tragedy. Just thousands of tiny decisions, all pointing in the same direction, away from the life he wanted. That's how dreams die. Not with one massive failure, but with quiet repetition. And maybe this isn't about that man. Maybe it's about you. Maybe you've been waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect motivation, the perfect opportunity. But here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Life doesn't reward people who wait. It rewards people who move before they feel ready. Because while you're waiting, time isn't. Every second that passes is a second you'll never buy back. No amount of money, no amount of success, no amount of power can purchase yesterday. That's what makes time the most valuable thing you'll ever own. And yet, it's the one thing people spend as if it will never run out. Here's the question. If someone stole 1 hour from your life every single day, would you notice? Of course you would. You'd fight for it. You'd demand it back. But what if I told you something already is? Not a person, not a job, not even your phone. It's the unconscious life you've been living. The days you never questioned, the habits you never challenged, the routines you accepted without thinking. That's the real thief. And until you see it, you'll keep losing pieces of your life without even realizing it. Because the greatest tragedy isn't dying. The greatest tragedy is reaching the end of your life and discovering you were never truly awake. And that's exactly why this conversation matters. Because before you can change your future, you first have to see what has been quietly stealing your present. The strange thing about losing your life is that it never feels like you're losing it. It feels normal. That's what makes it so dangerous. Your brain isn't designed to make you successful. It's designed to keep you comfortable. Thousands of years ago, comfort meant survival. Conserving energy kept our ancestors alive. Today, that same brain still follows the same ancient programming. Only the world has changed. Now, comfort isn't hiding in a cave. It's hiding inside your pocket. Every notification, every short video, every endless scroll promises your brain something it loves. A tiny reward, a tiny escape, a tiny hit of pleasure, and your brain says, why work for something difficult when I can feel good right now? That's the trap. Not because social media is evil, not because entertainment is bad, but because your mind slowly forgets how to enjoy anything that requires patience. Reading feels boring. Learning feels exhausting. Building a dream feels impossible. Not because you've become weak, but because your brain has been trained to expect rewards without effort. Imagine feeding a lion every single day. At first, it still remembers how to hunt, but after months, it waits. After years, it forgets. The lion is still powerful, it just no longer knows how to use its power. Now ask yourself, isn't that exactly what's happening to millions of people? They aren't incapable. They've simply stopped hunting. Every answer is one search away. Every movie is one click away. Every distraction is available within seconds. Convenience has become so normal that struggle feels like something to avoid. But here's the cruel irony. Everything meaningful in life lives on the other side of struggle. Confidence, respect, freedom, purpose. None of them are found inside comfort. Comfort only gives one thing: temporary relief. Then it asks for another hour, another day, another year, until one day, you wake up wondering why nothing changed. There was once a young man who believed he had plenty of time. He wasn't lazy. He had dreams. He wanted to build something extraordinary. Every night he promised himself, tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow came. He woke up motivated. By afternoon, he was distracted. By evening, he was tired. At night, he felt guilty. Then he made the same promise again. Tomorrow. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. His dream never disappeared in a single moment. It slowly faded, one ordinary day at a time. The saddest part, from the outside. His life looked completely normal. He smiled, he laughed, he went to work. He posted photos. Everyone believed he was doing fine. Even he believed it. Until one ordinary afternoon, he found an old notebook. Inside were goals he had written years earlier, places he wanted to visit, skills he wanted to learn, the person he dreamed of becoming. He stared at those pages, as if they had been written by a stranger, because somewhere along the way, he hadn't lost his dream. He had lost the version of himself that believed it was possible. And in that moment, he realized something terrifying. Life didn't betray him. Time didn't betray him. He had simply spent so many years surviving that he forgot to start living. Maybe that's why you're here today. Not because you're looking for motivation, but because deep down, a part of you knows you're capable of becoming someone you've never met before. The question is, what's been stopping you? The answer might not be what you think. So, what's really stealing your life? It isn't your phone. It isn't your job. It isn't even the people around you. It's something far more dangerous. It's the silent distance between who you are today and who you could have become. Most people think life is measured in years. It isn't. Life is measured in decisions. Every decision is a vote. A vote for the person you're becoming. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you cast another vote. Every time you stay silent when you should speak, another vote. Every time you tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, another vote. At first, those votes seem too small to matter, but they never stay small, because identity isn't built in one dramatic moment. It's built through repetition. One choice, then another, until one day, you no longer recognize the person staring back at you. Here's a question. Have you ever looked at someone successful and thought, they're just different? They're lucky. They have something I don't. Maybe. But what if the real difference wasn't talent? What if it was simply the choices nobody ever saw? The mornings they got up when nobody was watching, the books they read instead of scrolling, the difficult conversations they refused to avoid, the small promises they kept to themselves. Because every promise you break, your brain remembers, not with words, with belief. Eventually it begins to whisper. You don't finish things. You always quit. You'll probably fail again. And the most dangerous part? You start believing it. Not because it's true, but because you've repeated it for so long. This is how people become trapped. Not by chains, but by identity. They don't say, I'm learning discipline. They say, I'm just a lazy person. They don't say, I'm afraid today. They say, I'm not confident. Slowly, a temporary feeling becomes a permanent label. And once you accept that label, you stop fighting. Imagine carrying a backpack. The first stone feels light, then another, then another. Years later, you're exhausted, not because one stone was heavy, but because you never stopped adding them. Regret works the same way. One ignored opportunity, one postponed dream, one excuse, one ordinary day. Individually, they're almost invisible. Together, they become the weight of an unlived life. Now imagine something else. Imagine meeting the person you could have become, the stronger version of you, the healthier version, the wiser version, the one who never stopped believing, the one who acted while you hesitated, the one who kept going when you gave up. What would that person say to you? Would they be proud, or would they quietly ask, "What happened to us?" That question might be the most painful question a human being can ever hear, because deep inside, you already know the answer. The truth is, you don't need another motivational quote. You don't need another perfect morning routine. You don't need to wait for January or Monday or the right mood. You need one moment, one honest moment, where you stop lying to yourself, where you stop pretending that someday is a real plan. Because someday is a place millions of dreams go to die, and nobody ever comes back from it. Right now, as you're listening to these words, time is still moving. Your future is still being written. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. The question is no longer, can you change your life? The real question is, will you decide before another year disappears without even realizing it? Because in the end, life never asks whether you had potential. It only asks, what did you do with the time you were given? So, what happens now? Do you close this video, feel inspired for 5 minutes, and then return to the same routine that has been quietly stealing your life? Or does today become the day you finally wake up? Because here's something most people never understand. Your future isn't built when you make one massive decision. It's built when you refuse to repeat one small mistake. You don't need to change your entire life tonight. You don't need to become perfect by tomorrow morning. You only need one thing, a different direction. Imagine you're standing in the middle of a forest. You're completely lost. Running faster won't save you if you're running in the wrong direction. Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction changes everything. That's how real transformation begins. Not with excitement, not with motivation, but with a decision. A quiet decision that says, I'm done living on autopilot. Because motivation fades, feelings change, life gets difficult. But a decision, a real decision, can outlive every emotion. Years from now, you won't remember the videos you watched. You won't remember the excuses you made. You won't remember another ordinary Tuesday, but you'll always remember the day you finally chose yourself. The day you stopped waiting, the day you stopped blaming, the day you stopped saying, I'll start tomorrow. Because tomorrow has fooled enough people already. Don't let it fool you too. One day, you'll look back at this version of yourself. The version that's still afraid, still uncertain, still waiting. And you'll either smile because you found the courage to change, or you'll wonder why you never did. That choice belongs to no one else. Not your family, not your friends, not society, not luck, only you. Every sunrise gives you 24 new hours. The question isn't whether you'll receive another day. The question is, what kind of person will you become before those days run out? Remember this, life rarely ends with a loud warning. Most people don't lose their lives all at once. They lose them quietly. One ignored opportunity, one comfortable excuse, one ordinary day, repeated thousands of times. Don't become one of them. Protect your time, protect your attention, protect the person you're capable of becoming. Because the greatest investment you'll ever make isn't in money, it isn't in business, it isn't even in success. It's in the person you become while nobody is watching. And if this message reached you today, maybe it wasn't an accident. Maybe life is giving you one final reminder, not to be afraid, not to be perfect, but simply to wake up. Because the life you've always wanted isn't waiting somewhere in the future. It's being created by the choices you make, starting today. If this video made you stop and think, don't let this feeling disappear the moment you scroll away. Come back to it again and again, because sometimes one honest reminder can change the direction of an entire life. And if you want more stories that challenge the way you think, push you to grow, and remind you of what's truly important, subscribe, not because this channel will change your life, but because the right idea at the right moment just might help you change it. Thank you for watching. Now close this video and go live a life your future self will be proud of.